Hello, everyone. Welcome back to episode 39 of our Coordinator Climb series here on Football Coach College Dynasty. Last we left off may have been the worst episode in terms of utter disaster performances and a disappointing end to our season. If you missed it, um, I will relive it as much as it pains me to do so. We started the season 7-1, doing pretty nice overall, with our only loss being by 11 points to Ohio State, who, for reference, missed the playoffs, wasn't even in the Big Ten championship game. So, quite a disappointing season for them. However, we then went on to lose 4 games in a row, bad defense, multiple turnovers offensively, was not a good run by any stretch of the imagination. And unfortunately, that cost us heavily, both in recruiting and in ambition. Because, you start a season 7-1, you're thinking, okay, can maybe make the playoff here or go on a nice run. But unfortunately, we lost 5 in a row, missed the playoffs, got a bowl game, the Sun Bowl against FIU, promptly destroyed them. So, very disappointing. At one point, we were ranked fourth in the country going into the OSU game. And obviously, after a few losses, found ourselves unranked with no hope of competing in the Pac 12 championship game. So that hurt, especially considering when you look at the Pac 12 standings for our division. I mean, USF, listen, they won the Pac 12, they made the national title game. So they were just on a whole other level this season. But we'd like to finish with a better record than the Arizona States, the Air Force, the San Diego States, the world. On the other division, Washington, again, made the Pac 12 championship game, but an extreme missed opportunity this season, I think, to capitalize on what was an amazing start and just, tail two halves. Went 7-0 and then 0-5. So very, very unfortunate. All in all, in terms of our performance in the summary screen, I think, again, as has been true for years, the air raid offense, I think, just isn't great, especially in the terms of how I like to have chew clock on all the time in order to burn that clock because it's a strategy that just works in this game. But offensively, didn't do much well. We didn't turn the ball over, which is good. We had pretty good success on fourth down when we needed it. Defensively, though, we were awesome. We struggled a little bit against the pass in terms of yards per attempt. We were also 80th in terms of sacks, which is grim. But other than that, really strong defense. It's just unfortunate that they had their worst games of the season against USF, Stanford, and Air Force. So that's that. Looking forward to next season, if I may, we have no quarterback. Our starter, Ron Patrick, has graduated, went undrafted in the NFL draft. And now, Dustin Muhammad, who just redshirted, 4-star quarterback out of Texas. I like him. 85 arm strength already is great. Accuracy is okay. The IQ, though, of a 71. Like, if that doesn't get like a +5 in the offseason gain period, we might be in trouble. We looked last episode as I went through the first transfer week at potentially bringing in a transfer quarterback. And that landed us, where is my gentleman on this man, Caden Hendrickson, who was QB out of Ohio State, essentially did not play for 2 years. He has 80 overall, A plus potential. I accept and agree that getting Hendricks in would be an upgrade over Muhammad. Like objectively, he doesn't have the arm strength; it's one less, but his accuracy is 13 higher, his IQ is 11 higher. Unlikely that Muhammad gets to that same point in two off-season game periods. It could happen, but it's unlikely. The problem, though, with Hendrickson, as we, you know, discovered and went through last episode, is his NIL minimum is essentially $3.6 million, which we can't afford. Like, if we go for Hendrickson, we can't go for three other transfer targets that we want to bring in. I think, unfortunately, if we want to get a QB in the transfer portal, it's going to cost us big and we're going to have to make sacrifices. And at this moment, I don't think those sacrifices are worth it. So we are going with Muhammad as our starting QB for next season. We'll see where he goes from there. So without further ado, let's talk transfer portal. We had not that many needs, I would say. First things first, much to my chagrin, the 5-star superstar linebacker Caleb Simon did not commit during the regular season. And so now I have to keep fighting with Ohio State for his signature. At the moment, we're ahead by 85 points. I am offering him a bit more money to get him in the building. You know, he's going to be a 3-year starter for us. With his production, it'll be worth $3.5 million. So that is that. The other recruits, because we had a lot that did not commit. JUCO running back Emmanuel Morton, who at the moment would redshirt his first JUCO year. A lot of that depends on if his ball carrier vision gets better, because right now it's only a 78. Jonathan Myers, just your classic, depth linebacker. He is a 4-star prospect, so that'll help the recruiting ranking, but nothing really inspiring to go on. Terrence Carlton, A plus safety. At the moment, I'm moving him to corner, but we'll see how everything shakes out there. We have some pretty good depth at corner, or excuse me, at safety. Corner, we might be in trouble next season. So I think he'll end up getting more playing time at corner. And then wide receiver Cameron Gorman, who is a 2-star, so that's that. But he's got 81 speed, 81 catching, good evasion. Route running needs work. He has a potential. As a redshirt freshman, 2 years, he could have like an 80 overall, potentially. So we're looking forward to him. And then two final prospects. Aiden Ryu is very bad, low 60s, high 50s, and everything you care about, but he has B plus potential. Unfortunately, he wants to be a star, which good luck on our team. And then finally, defensive lineman Aiden Hodges, who I just discovered off stream. He's got A minus potential, another 2-star. But these two guys, if we don't get them, it's okay. If you've done the math already, we have 12 open scholarship spots and 14 players on our target list. And in the priority order, both Hodges and Ryu are on the outside. So if we get all the transfers we want, these two guys will sign elsewhere. So let's talk transfers. It's not a big list, only 7 names, but 6 of them impact starters day one. First is Spencer Sawyer. He's going to be a redshirt freshman. No stats for Northwestern. Man coverage guy, 92 man, good speed. IQ is fine. C plus potential, a little low, but he already has an 81 overall. Right now, he's my number 1 corner. I don't know if that says more about my corner room or him. So hopefully we can get him in the building. At the moment, we're 1,500 points ahead of Boise State. This should be a layup. Um, and we can hopefully get him in the building, develop him, be a really good corner for us. William Hardeen, redshirt sophomore. He did not play at all in his first 2 years at Cincy. He is just your classic. He's strong. He can shed a block. He can tackle. He's not going to blow you away athletically. His IQ isn't great, but pretty good numbers overall. We desperately need another D lineman. And so Hardeen, I think, can be that. We're in a pretty close race with UConn for his signature. I've already offered money. They have not. So that's something to keep an eye on. And then Cole McNeil, who, if you've been watching this series for a little bit, you'll recognize we recruited him to Vanderbilt and played him as a redshirt freshman. He was like our fourth running back. Didn't do all that well. Looks like he was a backup and then the top guy at Vandy last season. Did have 3 fumbles, but averaged about 4 yards a carry, 5 touchdowns, little bit of catching ability in the air. He's just a really solid, strong, good speed. No single stats really going to blow you away. 92 bar care vision is nice. I think if we get McNeil, him and John Lane are going to be our only 2 running backs. We're going to drop our rotation to 2. That allows me to redshirt Morton and better future proof our team because McNeil will be a senior. So we're only getting him for 1 year. But kind of a cool story getting him after signing him for Vandy. Eli Hunt is gonna be a redshirt freshman because the stupid, annoying AI played him in 7 games. He only got 2 targets. Like, I hate that the AI does this. I really wish there was a fix in the back end to prevent this, but whatever. So he's going to be a sophomore. He's got 94 speed, 95 evasion, good catching, okay route running, no complaints. He's going to slide in at wide receiver for us and immediately be like our wide receiver too. So good to get him in. Annoying that a year of his eligibility was wasted, but what can you do? Offensive line, we only need 1. We only lost a couple to graduation. Levi Vaughn obviously transferred out. So Brendan Dawson, 93 strength. Blocking needs a bit of work, but that's okay. He was a 3-year kind of starter at Arizona. I don't know what happened in 2038 where he had like no stats. He allowed 7 sacks last year. That's not nothing. But my hope is O linemen usually get really big bumps before their senior year. If that pass block can get to like an 86, 87, we're in business with him. I am competing with a couple Southwest schools for a signature. We'll see what happens. Andre Strong. So Andre Strong is probably the transfer of that starting group I care about the least. Didn't play that much at Arizona State. Quite poor in coverage. However, he could be a guy that I move to defensive line, depending on, if we get good old, if we get Hardeen, if we get the superstar, we'll see where Andre ends up. I think I prefer him at D line, but, we'll see how the position groups shake out. He's going to be a redshirt junior for us, so a couple years hopefully to get some production out of him. And then finally, Cohen Sizemore. He will be a redshirt sophomore, never played at UTSA. He has A-plus potential. Like, that's pretty much the reason we're going after him. Good IQ, good tackling ability, not very athletic at all, only 60 speed. For reference, when he was originally a recruit, it was a 57. So his athleticism is barely improved, which is slightly terrifying, but his potential is getting better and better. So hopefully we can sign him and bring him in at a good time. So that is my list of guys. I have offered the minimum NIL to all the transfers that I can with 1.3 million remaining. So, first things first, we're going to advance to week 3 of recruiting and we're going to take a look at these players. So, first things first, Ohio State did not offer any more money, which means mathematically he's going to be ours unless Ohio State puts more money on the table. I understand that, we're nearly tripling the money. However, he's worth 3.5 million. Like, without question. He has no holes in his game, going to be good in coverage, good potential. He could legitimately have a 90 overall by the time he's a sophomore if he plays well and gets good offseason game. So let's run through points ahead really quick. So on the transfer front, Utah State offered money and a scholarship to Sizemore, but it looks like we're still pretty good. UConn's the big one. Okay, they offered money. And then we should get Morton no matter what. I'm not too worried. I think I'll just do a great pitch for him. So everyone can get the best pitch they can. Actually, here, I'll save an ace pitch in case I want to go looking. So right now, it looks like we're going to get every transfer we want because Utah State would need about an 800-point pitch. Similarly with UConn, Minnesota dropped nearly 2 million for Eli, but they still need 1,000-point pitch. Texas Tech, yeah, I think we're gonna get all the transfers we want. So now the question becomes, do I try to get another transfer in the building with my remaining money? Or do I just take it to the bank? Would it be worth it to try to get another wide receiver? We're getting Hunt. So him, Weaver, and Jenkins will be our top 3. McCullough will probably be 4. What was Nicholas Moon's catch percentage last year? 64. It's not terrible. Ethan McLean might also play as a JUCO. Part of me just wants to offer Caleb Simon $4 million. But even if I offer him an additional 500,000, like, I don't think that'll make the difference. So I kind of think we just pocket the money, the 1.3 million. Because Hardin doesn't really care about money that much. And I doubt UConn has the money to chuck at him. Sizemore, I don't want to offer more money to. I could pay Morton, but again, he doesn't care about money. So 800,000 for him feels like kind of an overpay, but so be it. Yeah, so I think Hodges and Ryu. Let me fully scout Ryu. Or Hodges, rather. Yeah. I think these two will be our break class in case of emergency option. And that emergency being if we just don't get one of our transfers. I think we're good. I honestly don't think we need to spend more money. Because Utah State is already offering Sizemore, like his value essentially. similarly with Harding. I think we're good. Like, I doubt these guys have 1,000 point pitches left in them. So I'd rather we just pocket the money and not, just roll it over to next season. Okay. Let's be bold. Let's be brave. Let's advance to signing day and see who we get. First things first, Caleb Simon, 5-star superstar linebacker. Come on down to Utah. We get his signature, and it's an expensive one. But we get Caleb Simon in the building. Phenomenal linebacker. Let's go. Spencer Sawyer, we know we're getting. Boise State offered money, but it wasn't enough. William Hardeen, we get. UConn ran out of money. Very good. Cole McNeil, we know we're getting. Wow. FIU offered 1.4 million. I mean, okay. Eli Hunt, we get. Yeah, Minnesota ran out of money. Brendan Donovan, we get. UTEP offered $1 million, but it was not enough. Andre Strong, we know we're getting. Same with Sizemore and Morton and Myers. So, oh, interesting. I guess because where'd Hodges end up? Penn State? Fair. Interesting. So I guess because I remember this being a thing. I remember the players that would be a surplus would still be on the list. It would just show that they signed elsewhere. But I guess if they didn't get offered scholarships, they wouldn't sign elsewhere. That's why they're not on this page. That's rough. Let's just take a quick look. It's not in overall order. That is very annoying. All right. So, recruiting class, we get a 5-star. We get 8 4-stars, 14 3, and 1 2. Getting the 2 does hurt the average, but I mean, he's a 74 overall, A potential wide receiver. Like, that's worth it. All right, recruiting rankings 37. Yeah, that 2-star really hurt. Oh, that 2-star really hurt. We get 1 force. Man, that's rough. Where's that in the Pac 12? 7th. Yeah. I guess to be fair, we only got 4 4-stars, whereas like San Diego State got double. So that's also likely a reason. All right. Let's move forward to school updates. So this is going to suck because in terms of donor goals, we only got 2. And so we missed out on all 3 of the diamond because we lost at Air Force, annoyingly. So NIL, oh, we're up to 7 prestige. Woohoo! NIL at the moment, I'm going to max it out. And yeah, this is going to be rough. So stadium, if I want to get it back to 7, is 7 million. Facilities, I think I'm going to just accept that it's going to drop because I want to get some of the other stuff back. Marketing is fine. Academics, I want to go all the way back to 11, please. And I have 9.5 remaining. Part of me wants to slam that into the stadium to try to prevent it from dropping again because the stadium's pretty expensive. In academics, I want to improve. Think that's okay. Facilities dropping to 8 is a little painful, but I mean, to get it to 9, it's 8.5 million, and I'd rather invest in academics. So stadium and college life stay the same. Academics goes up. Facilities marketing go down. I think I'm okay with that. Our school level decreasing is frustrating, but listen, if we win one ball game here, we get 10.5 million, which would allow me to keep our facilities. So, what a shame. If I lose any of the diamonds, I'm gonna be so mad. The words I say will be very rude. All right, we lose a gold donor, but we get a diamond. So we're up to 4 diamonds, 2 gold. I'll take it. Though the fact that the new diamond cares about team defense is a little scary. All right, no realignment, obviously. Um, I think the divisions are okay in the Pac 12. Obviously, the West has Washington, which kind of skews things. But, if we swapped like Arizona State for Washington State, I think that would make them pretty even. But what can you do? All right, let's talk scheduling. So the outstanding out of conference contracts we have are James Madison, Temple, and Kansas State. I'm kind of okay with just playing these three. We have 6 home games, 6 away. Oh, God, that's terrible. Yeah, it's terrible. Our recruiting visit opportunities late in the season being 9 and 13 is terrible. All right, so we need a new week 11 opponent, and it needs to be a home game. Oh lordy. Oh yeah, we're prestige 7 now. Auburn could be fun. Minnesota in the Mountain West. That can be a fun one because there's a chance they could be ranked if they do well in their conference. I think I like that a little better, but man, JMU and Washington being 2 of our first 3. I think I'm going to sub JMU out for an away game. I think away game against a team we should beat, Kentucky in the American, could be kind of funny. Boston College in the ACC, play them again. I don't want to lose 2 million. That's a bit much. I think let's do Louisville. Let's add Louisville to the schedule in week 1. So we're going to lose 1 million on this schedule, but I think that's okay. We finish out the Temple contract. JMU and Kansas State remain, which I mean, I need to. Like, I need another home game in this stretch of 5. And Minnesota, I mean, they went 12-2 last year. We're just outside the playoff. Or no, they made the playoff, did they not? Yeah, they made the playoff. They just lost in the first round. I think that'll be a good game because, Temple's not going to be ranked. Louisville definitely won't be ranked. So we'll get that in there, see what happens. I think it is we're playing Washington again. That's going to be rough. But we get Washington State. We should beat pretty handedly. Same with Cal, same with Oregon. All right. That's our schedule. Let us advance. In terms of settings, I think I'm going to keep everything the same. Half penalty for transfer NIL deal penalties, I think just makes sense. The full penalty is way too harsh, especially for the lower level teams that just don't have the finances. And keeping a penalty on punishes the AI for recruiting poorly in terms of offering NIL to way more recruits than they should. So I am punishing the AI the best I can. Mwahaha. Oh boy, we got position changes next. My defensive depth chart is gonna look grim, I think, but we'll see how if I can balance it out. All right, so first things first, safety. Let's play this out. So Xavier Houston is gone after this season. Hayden Stahl has 2 seasons left. Scott Cooper is our starting safety in waiting. Do I want to move Carlton to corner? I don't know if I do because I have Theodore Sykes also down there, who's a very similar level prospect. Andrew Collier will probably play this season. I might keep Carlton at safety because then next year it'll be Stahl 1, Cooper 2, Carlton 3. Then Cooper and Carlton can be the main guys going forward. I'm okay with that. The 74 tackling is a little scary. Yeah, like I got one good tackling safety this year, and it's Harrelson. Stahl is not great at it. Corner, though, I'm pretty young at corner. Like Bond's a senior. I got a few juniors running around, but I think I'm going to keep Carlton at safety. I'm going back on it now. Because if I move him to corner, he's obviously going to redshirt. But he probably won't play that much as a redshirt freshman. Whereas at safety, he would. Because Farmer's going to play Reeves. Who knows? I'm going to move him to corner. I think it'll be much easier. And actually, yeah, I'm going to move him to corner and then prioritize safety and recruiting, especially a hard hitting safety. Because after Harrison graduates, I don't have one. So that's, a problem. All right, let's look at linebacker. So Mario Wright needs to play. DeMarion Montero needs to play. But I don't think, like Andre Strong, I think will play better as a D lineman. But the problem is, if I move him to D line, like I don't think I want him taking reps away from Walker Gibbs or Colin Harrell, especially with these younger guys. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave Strong at linebacker and accept the fact that it may not go well. But I like that path more because outside of Sizemore that we just got, I don't got a lot of younger D linemen or linebackers ready to play. I do have a lot of younger D linemen though that could come in and play. So I think I'll keep it like that. 12 wide receivers is a bit insane. It is a bit crazy, but it's fine. So yeah, I think that's it for positional changes. God, I have 8 running backs. Oh boy. I could move Raul Price to O line, but his strength is a 63. So like, yeah, he's not going to play over those guys. I think this year it's going to be Sawyer at 1, Price at 2, and then Huffman will take over after that. All right, so only one positional change there. Let's advance. Off-season games. Okay. Dustin Muhammad, a +4 would be acceptable. Anything higher, really happy with. Anything lower, we are in pretty big trouble. I think if we get a lot of young O linemen and a lot of young D linemen to have good gains, much happier about those position groups. We're going to have such a young team this season, man. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Here we go. Come on. Big money, no wins. I see a couple good things there. All right, quarterback. Here we go. Moment of truth. Oh, a +2. However, oh my God. I was about to say, however, his IQ went up by 8. His arm strength and accuracy didn't move. It's zeros. Oh no. Well, I mean that he's our QB. Yeah, Sebastian Grant similarly 14 IQ but 0 accuracy, 0 arm strength boost. Good lord. Braden Gary the recruit, his potential stayed the same, which is good. Arm strength up by 2, accuracy by 4. Yeah. So Muhammad's our starting QB and he has an accuracy of 77. I'm scared. Running back, ooh. Ooh. Hmm. John Lane got a lot stronger, which is massive because we don't really have a power back. McNeil, better ball security, quick. Part of me doesn't want to burn a year of Morton's eligibility as the third running back because Lane is going to go to the draft. Like, I had to promise him that he'd make an all conference team this season. So he's going for the draft. McNeil's a senior. I'd rather have Morton redshirt and play with only these 2 running backs. Antoine Benjamin, y'all, his ball security is a 67. I can't stress enough, it used to be higher when we recruited him, and it's gotten worse. So that's terrifying. Austin Pratt, his potential went up. Ball security went up. No gains, though, athleticism. That's disappointing. Larry Ellis, very little gains. Marcos Hales kept the same potential. Cade Pitts kept the same potential. Overall, okay. I think it's going to be Lane 1, McNeil 2, and that's it. Morton red shirts, as does Hale. And I just have a lot of running backs that aren't playing. Wide receiver. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. McCullough is our highest rated wide receiver, and he barely played last season. Justin Weaver with a +4, +7 speed. Dylan Jenkins barely got better, which is a bit annoying, but so be it. Especially with, he got up to A- potential. Come on. Eli, much better route running. That's good. God, his speed is still a 78. You can't complain about playing time, Nicholas, and then get no speed. Connolly got a little bit better. Our wide receiver room is sneakily bad. Guys, Gorman, the 2-star, he's already up to a 78 overall A+ potential. This kid could be our best wide receiver in 2 years. That's awesome. Colin Martinez, marginal gains. McLean, his route running didn't move, but so be it. Bullock just got good gains, but he's so bad potential wise. Not a lot of hope there. Ezekiel Rush kept his A- potential, which is good. Yeah, wide receiver, we might be in trouble. I think we're going to have a really good top 3 of Weaver, Jenkins, and Hunt. After that, though, it gets bad. Tight end. +7 for Sawyer. 13 route running, 11 better pass block. That's really good. Yep. I think him and Huffman are going to be a great tight end group for a couple years. Yeah, Route Price, just better blocker. Carrillo didn't gain much. All right. O-line. Yeah. Folks. Folks, we're back in business and ain't it grand? Pablo Rudolph, the kid with a +7 gain. Let's go. I mean, yeah, like, yep. I mean, that's our 8. Like Cortina, oh my God. His pass block only went up by 1. If I don't play him, he's gonna complain. But like, counter argument, have you seen his blocking? Jesus Wood is finally playable. Oh, brother, it's a little bit rough. It looks like a decent amount of blocking gains from the top group. Brandon Nelson, strength 11, run block 6 is nice. Pablo Rudolph got a lot better on the back end. Austin Phillips, goose egg, folks. Man, I really thought he would turn into something, but goose egg this year, and his potential is stuck at a B. That hurts. Orion Gibbs, the recruit, +7. His potential got worse, but that essentially says his ceiling is lower than we thought, but his floor is also much higher. Oh, Xavier Mays, +7, and his potential is an A+. Let's go. Let's go. Owen Jack, his potential went up. The future is dazzlingly bright at offensive line. Kicker! Webster +4. There we go. 8 better power. Very good. Very good. Backup kicker, Jameson. Didn't do much. All right, D-line. Oh, boy. Well, I'm definitely glad I kept Hardin at D-line. Because if I didn't, Malcolm Barber would be a big contributor. And that's very scary. Not great from some of my back end guys, though Javier Key stayed A+ potential, which is good. Ricardo Norris got a decent boost. Yeah, I'm a little worried about our D line. Like Colin Harrell, Walker Gibbs, they're going to be good. Yeah, I think again, our top 4 is looking pretty okay. Hardin losing potential and only getting marginally better is a little worrisome, but that's okay. Linebacker. Oh no. Hold on. You're telling me with a straight face, Mario Wright makes all conference and barely improves. Like everything was either a +1 or a +0, except he found +4 speed. Like that's literally it. Man, that's rough. Demarion Montero, who played as a redshirt freshman a lot, he gets a little bit better. Caleb Simon, his potential got worse. Shit. I don't curse often, but when I do, it's when that happens. He gets a +4 though. Tackling's a 90. Good coverage. I'm happy with that ish. I'm not happy about the potential dropping, but I'm happy with that. Andre Strong is going to be awesome. Yeah. I might only play with 5 linebackers. Cohen Sizemore +6. His potential goes down to an A, but his pursuit block shed got a lot better. I'm happy with that. Man, my linebacker recruiting class from a couple years ago is just not panning out well. That's why you pivot, folks. All right, corner. This could legitimately be the worst position group on our team. All right, it's not that bad. Thankfully, it's not that bad. Oh boy. Yeah, we're gonna have to make some hard calls at corner. Looks like a couple guys got a lot better in the man coverage department, which is good. Caden Martin is going to play a bit as a redshirt freshman. Yeah, I think our top 5 is just this. And then John Farmer again is going to be on the outside looking in. Carlton's definitely going to redshirt. Okay. I mean, I don't love it. Like Sykes only getting a +1 and losing potential really hurts. Carlton did not get that much better. He got +5 man, but that's about it. Spencer Sawyer, as I predicted, is our #1 corner. Nathaniel Long got a bit better, but like, yeah, we could be in trouble at corner. Safety, pretty good. Harrison goes up by 5. He's now 115 tackling. Scott Cooper, much better tackler, great IQ. Hayden Stahl, oh, I think Stahl's going to be our third safety again. I mean, he was good in coverage last season, but he has 70. His tackling got worse, and his speed didn't improve. Like, I can't put him out there at safety that much. Like, that's just crazy. Kyle Lowry, no relation, gets a little bit better. All right. Yeah, so I think Scott Cooper is clearly the future at safety. I just really need to recruit a hard hitting safety. Overall, not the best. The highest gain was Jesus Wood at O line with 9, then a lot of 7s, couple 6s, a lot of 5s. But I mean, only 17 of our 85 players got +5 gain or better. A lot of 4s. And then a lot of our a lot of 1s. Like Dylan Jenkins getting a +1 is surprising. Same with Sykes. So I don't know. I think we've definitely had better off-season gain periods, but we'll see. All right. In terms of scheme, we're bringing back both coordinators, so I don't really want to change that. I think I'm going to keep it as a 3-4. Though, actually, let me look at. So, Andre Strong isn't great in coverage. Caleb Simon is pretty good. Martin's bad. Moya's worse. Yeah, I think how bad we are in coverage, we have to switch to a 4-3. I think that might also be where some of our troubles started last season. Look at that. Everything else is like mid 80s, looking nice, and then quarterback 75. Oh, brother. Man, oh man. Man, oh man. All right, before we get into depth chart and recruiting, I do want to take a quick look at where some of our guys that transferred went. First things first, though, obviously, where did Hendrickson end up? Where'd he go? UTSA. UTSA just got a god at QB. 83 overall as a sophomore, 88 arm strength, 95 accuracy, 83 IQ. Like, folks, how'd they do last year in the American? 3-9. You guys got to do better this year, surely. Surely. With him at QB, got a great running back also. Come on. Anyway, all right, let's look at our guys. So first, where did Cheney end up? Colorado State. It's where Cheney finds himself. Yeah, he got a little better, but I think cutting him was still the correct decision. Jackson Fletcher ends up at UNLV. Pretty good gains. I mean, his speed and strength are still horrendous, but ball carrier vision's up to a 91. which isn't terrible. Where did Levi Vaughn end up? Texas Tech for his final season. Strength went up by 6. Barely any run block at Pruitt, +3 pass block. Yeah. I think had we kept Levi, he would have been like our 8th O lineman again. And he wanted to be like a top starter. Is he a top starter at Texas Tech? Yep. So good for him. D-line, I don't think anyone transferred. Oh, yeah, Abel Gadsden. Where'd he go? Texas State. Ooh. I mean, his potential went up. His strength went down. Tackling got a bit better. Block shed got a lot better. But, yeah, I don't think keeping him was the move. Henry Miller goes to Boise State. His potential finishing with an F- is quite funny, but yeah, marginal gains, much better tackler. I think, maybe in another universe, bringing back Henry Miller was a smart move, but I think at that point, I'd rather just play the younger guys, but we'll see. Anyone get the walk on? No. Unsurprisingly. All right. Oh, yeah. Caleb Taylor, where'd he go? Boise State. Ooh, he's up to an 81. Oh, yeah, he's good. Zone coverage up by 6, IQ up by 8, tackling up by 5. Yeah. I mean, we knew Caleb Taylor was going to be great. The issue was like we had nowhere to play him. So there's that, but he's going to be good for Boise. All right, let's get into our own stuff. Auto practice. Our defense is getting destroyed. I'm scared. Fair. All right, let's look at depth chart. So, quarterback, Dustin Muhammad, QB1. 75 overall. His arm strength is solid. IQ is good. Accuracy of a 77, a little annoying. All right. I am going to 2 running backs. Emmanuel Morton is going to redshirt. I really, really hope he doesn't complain. I really hope he doesn't. And in all honesty, Lucas Pratt is going to be my wide receiver 3. Like Antoine Benjamin, I'm just going to cut after this season. His ball security in 2 off-season, excuse me, 2 off-season game periods has gotten worse. So there's no hope for that. Wide receiver. Okay. Let us have some thoughts. First of all, Cameron Gorman, you are going to redshirt, as will Ezekiel Rush. So, do I redshirt McClain? Okay, so wide receiver 1, I think, is Weaver. Wide receiver 2 is Eli Hunt. 3 will be McCullough. McCullough is going from like having 10 targets to being my 3rd wide receiver. Jenkins at 4 is correct. Nicholas Moon at 5 is correct. So, do I think it's worth it for Ethan McClain to burn a year of eligibility being my wide receiver 6? I don't think so. I think I'd rather play either Connolly or Martinez or Christian Bullock even. So the quickest is Martinez, but he's the worst catcher, worst route runner. So Ruff is out. Like the man has 65 route running. I think I'm going to go Connolly, but Christian Bullock may very well take it. But I think the 1 through 5 is set. 6 is questionable. I think McLean, I'd rather just redshirt and hope that his potential can go up again and he'll be ready. Because we only have one senior wide receiver. Justin Weaver may very well go to the draft, but that's a whole separate thing. Tight end. Huffman and Oliveira in redshirt. Quoke 1, Price 2, Carrillo 3. O-line. Okay, so this is going to be big. Let me redshirt my bottom 3. Okay. So, hello, everyone. Nasir Barrett, I think at number 1 is good. The sacks do worry me, but so be it. Brendan Dawson at 2. Maybe I go Thomas Hodges, but he also allowed 3 sacks. I think I'll go Dawson. Hodges. Carson Archie is on a thin leash. Thin leash. 10 sacks, 10 pancakes at this. So he's 4. And now the question becomes, would I rather have the run blocking and strength of Nelson or the pass block of Matthews? To which I think the answer is Nelson. Because Matthews allowed a handful of sacks, Nelson didn't. So Nelson will be 5, Matthews 6. Cortina is going to play, but his pass blocking is terrifying. Similarly with Jesus Wood, except his run block is terrifying. I think Graves can be 9, Miles 10. Then this is all fine. I think I'm going to play Cortina. Like if I redshirt him, I think the back end of my O-line gets really scary. I think I'd rather play him as 7th. D-line. Only one guy to redshirt. And I'm moving to a 4-3, so I definitely need to play 6. Ivy is 1, that's a given. I think I'll take Harrell over Gibbs for the tackling. Yeah, Gibbs can be 3. Hardeen, or actually, I'm going to have Hardeen be 3. Gibbs can be 4. This is a little harsh on him. And now here come the questions. I think Ricardo Norris needs to play. The man has 90 strength, 81 block shedding. So I think he's 5. Whoops. At 6, Barber. Like his strength is just so low, but there's no one with higher strength outside of Javier Key, who's a worse block shedder, worse IQ, worse tackler. Hold on. Oh no, the AI paid him $500,000. Okay, I was like, I did what? But that was the AI. I think Kyler Malik can be our 3rd D lineman. Yeah, D line were looking pretty rough. I think the switch to a 4-3 is objectively the move based on our linebacker coverage ability, but like, holy heck. Okay, only one linebacker to redshirt. So let's talk. Andre Strong versus Caleb Sun. I think it's Caleb Sun. as a true freshman, leading the way. Andre Strong, 2, that's a given. Montero at 3. I disagree. Right at 3. Montero, 4. And then maybe I do stay with 6 linebackers. But I really want these guys to play. I'm going to keep it at 6 and see just what the numbers look like. Jamie Pryor did pretty well last season, but he kind of got torched in coverage. I think I like him more than Moya. So I think I'm going to play Sizemore at 6. I think I'm going to give him some playing time right out the gate. And Moya can just be the top linebacker off the bench. Corner. Oh boy. So Terrence Carlton is going to redshirt. Even though I think he could play as a true freshman, to be clear. But, I have one senior. Spencer Sawyer is probably going to go to the draft in 2 years. So, Sawyer 1, duh. Bond 2, Martin 3. Okay, let's see. So Spencer is man, Bond is balanced, Martin is zone. So I got a good mix. I think Landry and Farmer make the most sense because that gives me a man specialist who's really fast and a zone specialist. So that means Adrian Reeves does not play again. So he's definitely going to want to transfer. I mean, he has 94 zone, but he's a worse tackler than Farmer. He's a little quicker, a little better IQ. Theodore Sykes just can't tackle and he's so slow. That's really why he's down here. I'll have him ahead of Andrew Collier. I think that's the order at corner. I'm not going to 6 corners. Maybe I should with Reeves. I'll leave it at 5, I think, for now. See what we think after that. All right, safety. Very simple. Harrison 1, Cooper 2, Stahl 3, Lowry's a backup. There we go. Oh yeah, kicker, punter, obviously Webster. Return specialist. We need a new one. I am. I'm a little hesitant. Let's think. The problem with McCullough is his ball care vision is just really bad, but he's the quickest of the bunch, got good evasion. I think it's not John Lane. I think it's either McCullough or Hunt. And I think at that point, I accept. No, it should be McCullough. I was tempted to give it to Eli Hunt just because, he's going to be here for a few years. We could see what he can do, but McCullough is objectively better. All right. That's our depth chart. Obvious weakness at linebacker at the top, defensive lineman at the top, and we have a 75 overall QB. Neat. Okay. Let's press pause. Let's think about recruiting. Quarterback, we're not touching. If Dustin Muhammad struggles mightily, then we're going to transfer somebody in. We're not going to be able to find a good recruit. I don't think I need to recruit a linebacker or a running back. Lane and McNeil are both off the door, but Lucas Pratt's going to develop into somebody pretty good. Morton should be solid. I'll put it down as a question mark, but you never know. Wide receiver, I'm pretty young at the position. McCullough and Jenkins are the only two that's going to be gone after 2 years. I got Cameron Gorman, who looks like the steal of the century. Ethan McLean. I think we should be okay. Maybe we'll look at one dude if we just want to get a potential. Tight end, no. O line, yes. Always recruit O line, no matter how good the position looks. We got some good potential guys redshirting this year, which I'm really happy about. D line. I mean, yeah, like 3 of my top 4 seniors. Yeah, I think D line's a pretty big need going forward. Linebacker, similarly, like outside of Edwin Pike and Jonathan Myers, none of my depth guys have good potential. And Andre Strong, Mario Wright, and Jamie Pryor are going to be gone after next season. So I think linebacker's pretty big. Corner, I don't think so. Because I think with corner, the secret's just going to be transferring in some guys and then playing Carlton and Bryce Butler. Maybe not Butler. He's shaky, but Sykes definitely. I think they're the kind of future at corner. However, I am losing couple. I mean, I'm losing what, 4 out of my top 6, 6 of my top 8, 5 of my top 8. Eh, eh. Safety. Yes, specifically with safety, we're looking at tackling. So that's my list. I think definite needs are offensive line, defensive line, linebacker. And then if we get a really good corner or wide receiver, that'd be nice, but that's about it. Okay, I'm not looking at the recommended targets. I refuse. I will first look at 5-star interest. Okay, there are a lot of 5 stars. Jordan Mixon, JUCO running back. Hello. Well, I found the hard-hitting safeties. Oh boy. Oh wow, we're already ahead on this 5-star D line. Please have good potential. C plus is like literally the line. I think I'd rather look for other guys, for being honest. I mean, he's more interested in every other school in this fight. I think he'd be nice, but do I really want to fight all these other schools for him? Hybrid defender, you say? Hmm. Yeah, I think we might be out on the 5-star guys. I mean, Gavin Stafford, like, here, let me scout him once more, twice more. Yeah, like I don't think Stafford's worth it. I think that's a bust. Like, there's a couple safeties that maybe we dance with. Isaiah Hawkins. He wants to be a star. Tackling's okay. Zone coverage is great. IQ is solid. But he's a lot more interested in Notre Dame. So that's kind of a problem. I think I think we pass on the 5 stars. I mean, Hawkins is pretty good. I'll add Hawkins, but that's about it, I think. All right, 4 stars. How many am I ahead on out the gate? A decent amount. A lot of safeties. Okay, I'm sensing a theme. The safeties really want to come play for me. Let me actually add, I'm just gonna add everyone on this list. And then they can be kind of my first camp group. You want to be a star, your potential isn't great, but good route running, good athleticism. I'll add him to the list. We'll see. I'm not too interested in quarterback this year. Sorry, guys. Travis Mapp, let me add you so I can see your potential. Hypothetically speaking. All right, because I think something we kind of ran into last season was we couldn't get a lot of the 4 stars we wanted. So I think this year we need to kind of pivot and focus more. 3 stars? Oh yeah, we're ahead on a bajillion. Eric Dennis, JUCO linebacker, is a really good shout for us. Jaden Schneed, I mean, sure he has B potential, but all he can do is cover man. His zone coverage is going to be awful. I'll add him to the list. Why not? I am convincible of anything. Clayton Collier, let's add to the list. Dickinson's a no. No. Man, gee, I wonder why all these QBs want to come play for me. Oh boy. All right. So I got running back, a couple wide receivers, D line, linebacker. Let's look specifically now. O lineman interest. Couple in the 80s. Let's add them. I'm not going to bother with the 58 overall dude. Like, there's no point to that. We'll just kind of shotgun spread this. Make sure I get the guys. Nope. Make sure I get the guys that I'm ahead on or at least close to. I'll see what that F is, but assuming it's pretty low. I think that's a pretty good starting group. JUCO linebacker, I think, is a good shout. All right, so as far as camp goes, I'm gonna send everyone that it's like a 0%. $15 I'll send. All right, and that's it. Okay. Okay. Yep. I think I'll go for Hawkins. And however, if any of the other safeties have really good potential and the interest lines up, I think we go for them instead. Because, safety's, in my opinion, the least important position in this game based on how the stats work out, how much they're played. I think it matters not so much. All right, 26 already, pretty good look. Let us advance 1 week. I'll definitely go through all the recruiting in this episode and see how we feel. Time wise later on. Good Lord. Cover 3 got torched for 10 yards. Dustin, I need you to work on your accuracy. Yay, success. Okay. Let's look at 2 position groups. First, safeties. I should know everyone's potential. I do. A plus. Okay. Wow, this is a great safety group, ain't it? All right, I don't think I'm going to go for Hawkins then because this safety group is so good. I don't want to have to fight with Notre Dame for this kid. So I'll take him off the list. Mario Dunn and Brian Sellers can also go off because they're potential. Okay. So let me scout everyone to 65. That should tell me everything I need. I don't know his speed. Oh boy. McCormick is really raw. One. McCormick, I think, is out. He's too raw. I know he's got B plus potential, but all he can do is cover zone, and his tackling is terrible. Willis, 67, 73, Marino, 76, Ritter. Let me look at the two corners also really quick. Payne and Sneed. I mean, they all look really good. That's kind of the problem. I think Willis can really only do safety and he can't tackle, which is what worries me. Marino, I could put at corner. I can put at safety. Be very happy with that. Ritter, I think Ritter definitely. Like he's awesome right now. So I think definitely worth going for him. Willis is more raw. 77, 79. Hmm. I think Snead could be okay, but I got a lot of corners that are like him, whereas Payne, I don't want to take off until I know that zone number. Because if it's like a 68, I don't think there's a point. Because Marino could do it. So, honestly, yeah, I'm going to take Payne off the list because I think Devin Marino at corner would be better. Ritter, I think I need to keep it safety because he's going to be a better hard hitting guy. Maybe Marino turns into that too, but we'll see. I think I'll write down that either Ritter or Marino go to corner. Willis, I don't think, is in the same conversation. He's still really raw. He's got really good zone coverage, A plus potential, but he's not near the level of readiness that they are. Sneed, good man coverage guy. Sure, why not? So, yeah, we're going after quite a few defensive backs here, but I think that's okay. Let me look at the 4D linemen. Colton House, goodbye. 83 block shed is nice, but his strength's in F plus. This is just not looking like a good D line group. Might be worth it to go for Givens. Yeah, I'll keep the D linemen here until I know they're a little bit more. O line, Hayden Sellers, goodbye. Rajan, goodbye. Durant, goodbye. Oh, Sean Outlaw is bad. Goodbye. I mean, A plus Horton, obviously. It's not a good list. I think Keaton Morris. I'll let JMU take him. Mercer, I think we go with B potential, mine as well. Horton is A plus, and then Brunson's the question mark. That's only 15 players. I need to build this out a little bit. Is there anyone who's potential I don't know? Collier has D potential. Yeah, I think I'm out on Collier too. All right, let's oh, the quarterback. D potential. I mean, I'm gonna keep him in there until I know more, but not not great. All right, let's look at Utah. Let's look at the good old state of Utah really quick. Ignoring 2 stars, 4 stars. Yeah, tomorrow I'll let them go for. There we go. Marion Johnson, no. Keaton Riley, he's got A plus potential, but like he's not very good. You know what? Screw it. Get in the building. Curry, no. Kelvin Gillespie, I do not need. No, 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 no. I don't think a JUCO safety really helps me. I'd rather play the kids with high potential. Snead again. Smalls, A minus potential. Let's add him to the list. Jonathan House isn't very good, but I'll add him. We'll see if Utah State's actually interested. Sean Randy, no. Haynes, no. Cornell's a no. And then there's Carino, Gates, yada, yada, yada. I'll add the JUCO running back. Oh, boy. Galvan, another running back. Cruz May could be an interesting linebacker get. He's got 86 tackling already. Decent IQ. JUCO tight end. Do I need a JUCO? I'll add to my list and then I'll circle back. No. Yeah, then these guys I'm so far behind on. $70 interest, forget it. Yeah, no. All right, so that fleshed it out a little bit more to 21. In terms of camp visits, I'm going to do it based on points. Whoops. Points ahead, not counting the guys I just found. All right, let's do these guys up. One camp visit left. Samuel, congrats. All right, and then my best pitches can go to all these guys. And then the recruits I just discovered can get the others. What I should have done before all this was look at the pie charts and the graphs to see what the senior and junior class were looking like. Let's do that now. So we have 13 seniors, not a lot, but we have 20 juniors coming in the pipe. That's quite a few. I have 35 freshmen and redshirt freshmen, so we're still keeping ourselves really young as a program. So let's think about this. Tight end JUCO. He would redshirt next year when Quoke is a junior and Huffman's a redshirt freshman. And then assuming Quoke doesn't threaten to transfer, which he might because he wants to be a star and, you know, he made second team all freshman. That's nice, but he's not playing that many snaps because of air raid. Might not be a bad idea. We'll see what the tight end's potential is. It could be terrible. This whole point would be moot. Moot? Mute? Moot. Oh yeah, we're getting to the low training breakthroughs. All right, anyone's potential, I don't know. All right, cool. I know everybody's. So Samuel, ooh, he's an 85 catcher already. That might be worth it. If he was more route running, I'd say move him to tight end. But he's also or wide receiver. He's also 261 pounds. Maybe not the smart move. Let's look at running back really quick. So I got 4 guys, 1 JUCO in Florney. Let me scout him. Eh, eh. I mean, sure, he's got good ball skills, but his speed's a 68. His strength's even worse. He doesn't have good enough potential where I think he'll ever really come in there and play. Like JUCO, so he'd redshirt next year. Morton would play. I got Pratt. I don't love it. Let me look at the other guys. Joshua Jenkins looks pretty okay, but his potential's the worst. Calvin Smalls looks terrible. So the problem with Galvan is he wants to be a star. And I think he looks good, but like I'd almost rather go for Smalls, who is worse right now, but like he doesn't want to be a star whereas Galvan does. I think I'm out on Galvan. I think Flurney let's go for and just hope his speed gets better. It's the opposite of Antoine Benjamin, essentially, hopefully with a different result. Smalls just isn't very good and may never be good. So I think I can recruit both him and Jenkins and be okay. Jenkins, I think, could become really nice if his potential stays there or increases. Because ball skills already, he's in the mid 70s. He's not quick and he's not evasive, though. Smalls just sucks, but he's got great potential. So the question is it worth going for him and Jenkins? Which I think the answer is honestly no. What's the interest? Oh, never mind. He's so much more interested in me. Yeah, I think I'll go for all of them then. I don't know if I love that, but so be it. Looking at our quarterback now, Travis Mapp. I mean, he's okay, but his potential is a C. I get, he's a 4-star, but same interest in South Carolina. I don't know. I think I'll keep him on the list, but you never know. Riley, we're obviously going for. Brunson, who knows? Horton, I think we go for. Like if it's Mercer versus Brunson, Mercer 63, 56, 67. Brunson 65, 65, 62. I think I'd prefer Brunson on balance, but Mercer's an automatic commit. We're just going to keep him. We are an O line factory. Right? That is what I need people to understand. We are an O line factory. I think Ritter would be a better corner than Marino, but my fear is if Marino's tackling doesn't improve, we're in a little bit of trouble. And then Carson, Willis, and Snead are just really raw, but they have good potential. Snead, I think if Snead were a closer battle and he was more interested in these other teams, I'd drop off on him, but don't think I will. So I'm at 20 now. Let me give camp visits to the guys that I can't. Oh, yeah, Jonathan House. I'll go for him. His speed is atrocious. Don't get me wrong, but catching is okay. I don't think it's worth it for Christian Flournoy. Like, we'll see. When in doubt, we'll see. All right. Is there any high potential guys that I have missed? Oh, kicker, Joseph Newton. Well, I don't need a kicker. Because let's see, he would redshirt Wall. Our guy's a junior. Yeah, no, not worth it. We go for a kicker next year. I just don't like Galvan. Like fundamentally, I get he has a no. He is a Utah kid with a potential. Hold on. Let's think about this again. So exclude Fronoy from this conversation. Galvan, I think, is worse right now than Smalls. Actually, no, it's a lie. He's better. I was looking in reverse. Galvan's better than Smalls. I think Jenkins is more ready now. So it's Galvan versus Smalls really is the question. With Smalls, though, the interest is just so much better. Whereas with Galvan, it's marginally better. He wants to be a star. Yeah, I think my first instinct was correct. Um, let's have a little QB factory here. So in terms of interest, how many camp visits do I have left? 6. All right, QB factory. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, I lied. I'm not going to go after the Notre Dame dude. Go after him though. All right, and let's just invite those QBs to camp for open tryouts. Odds are we go after none of them, but it doesn't hurt to take a look because we've already done camp visits to everybody else on this list. I know some people like to make sure they have like max targets, and I get why, because you get a lot more passive scouting done that way, and you're able to have like a really wide net. But especially in this case, with how few seniors we have and how many freshmen and redshirt freshmen we have, I think I'd rather go really synthesized after a few position groups. All right. Last week of preseason recruiting. Let's look at all of our quarterbacks. I think we're looking for A minus potential. Okay. Gail King is out. Kai Roberts is out. Tomas Joseph is out. Dickens. No. Becker, he's loyal. Eh. Eh. I think Ramsey's also a no. I mean, Becker's loyal. Map, though, is better. I mean, let's be frank, neither of them are probably ever going to play. But from a potential perspective, I'd rather go with Becker. Like he's 2 levels of potential better. I know I'm chasing Arizona, whereas for map, I'm already ahead. Actually, you know what? No. Let's go map. Let's go map. Let's go for the 4-star guy. See what's what. All right. So that brings me to a list of 20, which I think is a good starting place. I'm currently ahead on 19 out of 20 with the JUCO tight end, who I don't really care about, being the only one I'm behind on. So I think that's fine. We're going to go for a small recruiting list. I'm trying to avoid any 2-stars. So, man, it's looking like the one we got is a home run. Like, I still can't get over it looking at Cameron Gorman. Like, 2 stars and already is a 78 overall, A plus potential, 88 catch. Come on. That'll do. So, yeah, recruiting is effectively done. Oh, yeah, let me fully scout some of the running backs. Pennington looks pretty good. Excited for him. Mercer looks okay. Horton looks okay. Yeah, I think that's our group. That is our group. I love how I went running back question mark and I'm recruiting 3. Does seem a little silly, but if you think about it, Lane is going to go to the draft. McNeil's going to graduate. Benjamin's getting cut. Larry Ellis, I think, is pretty far away from playing unless his athleticism explodes. Cade Pitts is just really raw. Morton will definitely contribute next season. Lucas Pratt probably will, but neither of that is sure thing. So we're going shotgun blast there. All right, let's advance week 0. Preseason expectation. I bet it's to win 7 games or the division, but that might be a little ambitious. Okay. Oh, it's a new AD. Oh. Well, that's not good. Okay, we have a new athletic director, which means we went from an opinion of 90 to an opinion of 68. And he wants us to finish ranked in the top 25 or make the playoff. So finish ranked in the top 25 means at worst we're 9-3. I think that's doable. Cal is going to be really rough. USF is going to be really rough. So that means we can't really stumble anywhere else. Okay. Ivan Sultana win 10 games? No. Oh, yeah. Less than 45% third down. Done. It doesn't pay a lot, but I get it. Having an O-line in all conference, I think, is fine. I only get one more negotiation, though. All American is rough for a safety. Hold opponents to less than 24 points per game. What did we do last season? 19. I mean, to be fair, 10 games, 9-3 win your bowl game. Whereas like 30 points against Air Force, that's a bit crazy. I would rather start pivoting this gold guy to passing offense and say that we'll throw 13 or fewer picks. I think that's worth it. So Diamond Donor goals, win 10 games, beat Air Force, have an O-line earn all conference, and hold opponents less than 24 points per game. I think the bottom 3 are doable. First one's going to be rough. Gold Donor, throw 13 or less picks, I think is doable, and then beat Air Force. I think those are quite achievable, in my opinion. All right. Let us do a touch of recruiting. Anyone want to schedule? Yes. Jenkins. I think let's start building up the Minnesota game. Givens will also go because Minnesota is interested. So is Graves. Oh, but he's also interested in ASU. So let's keep that open so I don't stack the D line. Brunson's interested in Minnesota. Am I just like poaching all of Minnesota's guys? Is that what I'm learning from this? Riley. we're pretty ahead on the race. I'm going to schedule him like week 6. Okay, that's it so far. All right. Let's do points ahead really quick. So we're going to offer everyone. That's just a personal thing I do. I offer everyone a scholarship on week 1. That way I get a massive lead on a lot of teams behind me. And that's especially good when you're competing against teams that are worse than you in terms of interest, because then my base pitch is just going to outrun their pitch anyway, and then it's down to visits. If you have a big enough lead, you should be okay in those either ways. So let's offer all the men, get the boosts, yada yada yada, yada yada yada. Okay, everyone is offered. In terms of NIL, I don't think I really want to touch anything. Like, I don't know if there's any real recruit here that's going to be worth all that money. So I think we need to keep as much available as possible in case Muhammad struggles. And all of a sudden we need to pivot at quarterback and bring in a transfer. I'm once again staring at Travis Mapp and thinking that we don't need him. Nah, why not? Let's go for him. Let's try to have some fun there. All right, that's done. Quick, let me look. Draft risks. Hit me. John Lane. Ivy, who's going to graduate. Oh, Justin Weaver. Justin. That's rough, but also pretty expected. Let's be frank on that one. Ivy, I mean, he's going to graduate, so that's, once he plays in 4 games, that'll go away. And then John Lane, we knew. So I think part of the reason I'm going to 2 running backs, besides the fact that our depth is bad, is that if I want John Lane to get all conference, like he's going to need to run a lot. He got 4.5 yards per carries and 12 touchdowns last year and didn't even sniff conference. So we're going to need that to improve. But man, we have a new AD. That is a wrinkle. That's a wrinkle in this whole thing. And he wants us to finish ranked in the top 25. We did not finish ranked when we went 9-5 last season. So, yep. Do we know where I finished? It won't tell me on this screen. It'll just say, aha, we finished ranked 31. So an 8-5 record got us 31. So yeah, I think if we go, 9-3 with a bowl loss to move us to 9-4, I think we're okay. If we finish, I think a 9-4 is the goal in terms of record. The fact that Ivan Sultana wants us to win 10 games is kind of funny. Hopefully who did Cal play in week 1? Oklahoma State, they'll win that, no issue. So, I mean, we have some tough games. Like Washington is going to suck. USF is going to suck. But everything else will be pretty competitive pack games. So we'll see what the future holds there. I think let's play game 1. Let's play game 1 right now. Let's get a game going against Louisville. Last season, they went 7-6, lost a bowl. Looks like they just get in a bowl every year. Very consistent. No complaints. Let's take them on in week 1. Good Lord. Teams have so many QBs. Like 7 QBs is insane. Like, that's wild. All right, depth chart looks okay. Let's get into game 1 at Louisville. Let's play it. Let's rock and roll. Louisville's favored 3.5 points at home. They have 2 recruits visiting. That is an early visit. So, all right, let's rock and roll. We will call tails, as is our wont. We will defer. We're busting out a 4-3 defense today. Oh, right. The playbook's going to be different on defense. I'm going to need to relearn all of my quick hits for where I need stuff to be. No, they converted. Good stop there. Oh, man, they're getting us. 3rd and 7. They convert. Not looking good for our defense here. And a 27-yard pass over the middle for the touchdown. Our defense had multiple opportunities to get him out of that. Couldn't do it. Let's take a deep shot to start the season. -1 yard pass. Fair enough. There we go, John. There we go, John. Play action works. We're at the 33. We're in business. Back in business, and ain't it grand? Da-na-na. 3rd and 2. Think I'm going to run it, and if we don't get it, I'm going for it. We don't get it. 4th and goal at the 2. Getting 0 yards there. I lied. I'm going to be kind of a coward. I'm going to kick the field goal. And they get a 54-yard pass on us immediately. Fair enough. There we go. Walker Gibbs gets a sack. Louisville gets a field goal of their own. All right. Not looking too great defensively, I must say. But offensively, we're moving. We're shaking. Muhammad got sacked, but then a 12-yard reception. Let's go. There we go. Eli Hunt gets us 17 yards to the 1. John Lane goes backwards again, and then 0 yards. Come on, man. I should have just done QB sneak. But hey, if they stop the running back again and again, who's to say they don't stop us there? 3rd and 1, bring the blitz. 4th and 1, bring the blitz. Oh, they got it. All right, they get a field goal out of it. Let's see if we can get into field goal range here, maybe make something happen. No. The answer to that was no. All right, we start with the ball. We're down 7. Defense has looked very shaky. Offense has just struggled at the goal line. Big conversion there, 15-yard pass on the curl. Massive. 11-yard run from John. Let's go. Let's keep it moving. The draw. It worked. Play action conversion to Nicholas Moon. Let's party. All right, 1st and goal at the 9. This is where we struggled before. Nicholas Moon, touchdown, tie ball game. Should I have gone for 2 there? Probably. It's fine. 3rd and 11. Huge sack from William. Defense finally gets a stop. And, of course, that's when we go 3 and out. Man. Another stop. Thank you, defense. We got to get out of the shadow of our end zone. And we do. There we go. Hitches works. Our offense has been doing pretty well thus far. Why'd I jinx us? Duh. Incomplete. We punt. 3rd and 5. I'm going to blitz. They got us. Man, they got us again. And touchdown Louisville. All right, we're down by 7. Shoe clock's coming off. And Muhammad is picked by Ricardo Gonzalez. Malcolm Barber with a good sack there. Negative field goal. All right, we got to go quick. Up tempo. Man. Yeah, having to settle for those field goals early on has officially come back to bite us. 4th and 7, I'm going for it. No reason not to, realistically. And we don't get it deflected. Yep. Man. Okay. I think, this season's going to be tougher than we thought. just on how this is gone. Let's see if we can get some points on the board for Pride. Justin Weaver does get the touchdown. But yeah, way too little too late. They miss a field goal to end the game. Wow. Our defense sucked. Like, don't get me wrong, our offense wasn't great. We stumbled at the goal line twice. Like, I had to kick a field goal here, 4th and goal at the 2, and I had to kick a field goal, 4th and goal at the 3. So if we get 2 touchdowns there, that's 8 more points. Maybe we can do something, but man. Mohammed had to throw 40 passes in his Utah debut. Lane did okay running the ball. Distributed the passes a lot, which is good. Overall, pretty happy with that. Yeah, wow. What a disappointing game one. And we're supposed to win 10 games. Yikes. We dropped game one. I'm playing game two. We're going to take on Cal. Let's take them on, see what we can do. Man, that was rough. 0-1, we lose. Oh, Cal's no longer ranked. They won and lost their ranking place. That's kind of funny. All right, recruiting visits. Let's lock in here for a sec. So I have a lot of safeties, corners, etc. So, all right, Minnesota's in your interest list, so that's easy. Carano, well, you could have been a good one for Cal, but whatever. Map, I will add you to the Minnesota group. Willis. Yeah, I'll have Marino be USF. Throw Pennington there. Also, Carano can go to Minnesota. And that'll be that. Man, I did not expect to lose to Louisville. That really put the brakes on things, huh? But hey, good news, we're ahead on all of our recruits. Oh, brother. Man, oh man. But yeah, we're gonna play game two. I need to play it. I need to know if Louisville is just awesome or, you know, are we in serious chance of just getting bodied? We might be in serious chance of just getting bodied. We'll see. I'm not worried at all, he says with complete and utter terror in his voice. All right. Okay, Cal, I don't even want to look at your team. I don't even care. To be fair, hold on. To be fair, talent wise, we're what? Yeah, 52nd in offense, 55 in defense. It may simply come down to the fact that we just don't have a good football team. Cal is favored by 4 on the road. We're doomed. But hey, 2 years ago, we beat them 31-0. We're going to defer once again because I'm a madman. And they immediately get 38 yards in 2 plays, and then an 11-yard scramble, and then a 14. Guys. Like, I'm really scared that our defense is just really, really bad. It's kind of a worrying thought, you know? No, and then we're sacked, incomplete. We punt it right back to them. I'm blitzing. I don't care that they're in trips. Duh, I should have cared. Well, they've had to settle for 2 field goals. The bad news is they've been in position to get 2 field goals. There we go. Slants works. Levels works. 3rd and 4. I'm going to pass. There we go. Mark McCullough gets us the first. And Muhammad is sacked. Not like this. And he's sacked again and then incomplete. Man. All right. Well, we're on the board, but our defense is getting torched here. Good stop, though, by them. All right, let's try to get the run game going. 51-yard rush, John Lane. Very good, sir. And then back-to-back incompletions. Field goal it is. And they get a 44-yard pass off of us on our blitz. Yeah, that tracks. Man. There we go. 14-yard conversion. That was needed. 3rd and 5. We're going slants. It worked. I'm keeping shoe clock on. Like, all right, now we're going to switch up tempo. 3rd and 3. Let's pass. There we go. We get the conversion. 3rd and 7. Let's switch to chew clock in case we don't get it. We do get it. 1st and goal at the 1. Guys, don't do this to me. There we go. John Lane runs it in as time expires. Tie ball game. Everyone can now exhale. Big conversion there. 27 yards on the go route to Justin Weaver. Let's go. Let's party. Cole McNeil's getting involved in the run game, and then he goes backwards. Fair enough. 4th and 2. Actually, yeah, let's go for it. There we go. Dylan Jenkins gets me the conversion. Thank you, sir. Let's get that run game going. 3rd and 4, I'm going to run it. There we go. Lane gets me to the 9. Justin Weaver touchdown off the slant. They went up 13-6. We have scored 14 unanswered points. That'll do. What won't do is my defense giving up a 9-yard play on every first down. Oh, my God. Oh, tied game once again. Oh, they did a safety blitz. They got our playbook, guys. Roger Connolly's catching passes. What is happening? 3rd and 1, I'm going for it. I mean, obviously I'm going for it, but I'm going to run it. 1st and goal at the 5. John Lane runs it in. It's a shootout, folks, in Utah. Oh, and they convert on 3rd and 10. Come on, guys. 3rd and 8, we're just going to match them up man to man. And of course, they beat us. There we go. William Hardeen recovers the fumble, returns it 63 yards to the 13. That could be the play that gets us the win. Let's run the ball. And Cole McNeil runs it in for the touchdown. Very good, very good. We're up by 14, 6.5 minutes left. And they convert on 3rd and 6. God, man. Good sack there by Colin Harrell. They punt. Let's just run the clock out here. Nothing too fancy. We're going to get him on a jet sweep. Nope, it got a yard. Hey, Aiden Stahl with the interception to close the game out. Well done, everyone. All right. That's more like it. We won 34-20. Good performance by the offense. Muhammad was okay, but the running backs, I mean, come on. Lane had 130 yards, 2 touchdowns. McNeil had 82 yards and a touchdown. Weaver had a touchdown in the air. Very good, very good. Defensively, I mean, we didn't get to the quarterback that much, but that Hardin forced fumble, insanely clutch. Stahl with a pick at the end. Very good, sir. Very good, sir. Ooh. Okay. Had we lost that game, oh boy, there would have been some scary feelings in Utah. Uh-oh, our kicker's hurt. And Hardin's out. Well, heck. Well, heck. I mean, even with the injury, he's better than Jameson. However, if this becomes a severe injury, like he's done. So Jameson's going to be our kicker, I guess, for one night only in the Palace Hotel Ballroom. Hardin getting hurt is really rough. That's also a 7-week injury. Man, is he even better than like some of the guys down here at this point? No. I think I'm just gonna drop him down to D line 6. Like, no, like Malik's better than him. Oh, that's terrible. All right, we're moving him to an active. Kyler Malik is about to get some run. We transferred him in from Missouri State. He's going to get some playing time. Oh, brother. All right, let's look at recruiting really quick. Schedule any visits. Willis can join the Minnesota group. Derek Dennis can also join Minnesota. All these guys just want to play in Minnesota. Sneed, I'm at 8. Yeah, I mean, I need complimentary defensive visits. So let's have Sneed attend Minnesota. Mercer, you can join USF. Horton, you can join USF, I suppose. Tight end, yeah, and then he can be Minnesota. So that game's locked down. Linebacker can be USF. Flurney, USF. House. House can go Oregon. Smalls, suppose also Oregon. All right. We're looking good on the recruiting front, at least, I think, which is encouraging. We'll have to wait a couple weeks, obviously, to see where all the visits end up shaking out. But overall, I think we're in a pretty good place. The on-field product, on the other hand, is what is causing some concerns. shall we say. Man. All right. I think that is where I will end off. Disappointing loss to Louisville, but good win against Cal. And now we have Washington, who are ranked number 4 in the country, coming up next. So I think we have very little margin for error since we lost to Louisville. I think 9-3 with a bull win is our easiest path to 10 games, but that means we can really only afford losses to 2 teams. And that is a terrifying thought. But that is it for me, everyone. Thank you for watching. I don't quite know when this video will be uploaded in the week, depending on schedule and stuff. So hopefully I'll be able to get 2 episodes of this series out this week. And we might just do like a rapid fire 10-game blitz to end the season, especially if things are looking quite poor by the end of it. But we're 1-1 to start year 3 in Utah. I think we have ambitions this year that may not quite match up with the quality of our team. But we'll see how that plays next time. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you then.